We have already discussed quite a good bit about the organizational behavior, what it is, what does it consists of, and now we are going to discuss what are the challenges and opportunities for organizational behavior, where does it take place and where it should take place. So we are going to have 6 brief topics and I will really briefly go through them because I think they are quite intuitive. The first one is that organizational behavior has an opportunity or challenge within responding to economic pressures. Well, we all know the economical situation nowadays in our country. It can be good, it can be bad, but imagine a company. Any kind of company is going to meet with good times or bad times. Well, now if we imagine, let's say that we have a good management. We have some good managers. So we have good management. What is going to happen in good times when we have good management, and what is going to happen within bad times when we have as well good management? Well, when times are good and our managers are performing very well, the difference is going to be just between if we earn a lot of money, or if we earn more, or let's say much more of a money, so much more. So those are the only differences. But within bad times, now the crucial situations comes when our organizational behavior should take place and really face the economic pressures. Because within bad times, the difference between good and management really can be either the survival of our company if our management is good, or our bankruptcy. So now you really see we have to be a fine managers when it comes to economic pressures. Secondly, we have a response to globalization, and this is probably the largest topic because there are no longer any kind of national borders. What do we mean by this? Imagine, for instance, let's say foreign assignments, or at first let me write one term that I found. They say that the world has become some sort of a global village. So, global village. Well, what does it mean? Let's say, for instance, companies tend to nowadays have some foreign assignments. Foreign assignments. So that our companies trading with the companies from other countries, maybe from other continents, and now our employees and our managers are going to meet people from other continents, cultures and societies as well, and we have to really maybe train them how to really negotiate with people from other cultures. Secondly, let's say it can be, we have already mentioned it, working with people from different cultures. So for instance, let's say we are in Europe and we are now going to make deals with USA. I think the difference is like 8 hours less and 8 hours more. So we have to train our people within the organizational behavior field that they should really adjust and let's say make phone calls only during the lunch hours when it is let's say evening at the USA. Now finally we have some low-cost labor countries, and this is a big topic. So low-cost labor countries. Companies quite often go to the countries where there is low cost of labor in order to gain a competitive advantage. So that let's say, for instance, our organization has a headquarters, let's say within the Europe, and now we are car manufacturer. So we will decide that we will go to some other continent because we consider this region having a low cost of labor, so that we can gain a competitive advantage from having a cheaper parts, and maybe then we will assemble them in the USA because there is our market, so we are assembling them there. So as you can see, there are a lot of topics within the globalization that organizational behavior has to face. As third, we have managing workforce diversity. Now, this is quite a nice sentence, so I brought it, and I think you will understand this point just by reading this sentence. So we have to acknowledge the workforce of both men and women. racial and ethnic groups, with a variety of psychological or physical disabilities and people who differ in sexual orientation. So I think this sentence pretty nicely grasped all kinds of groups, all kinds of a diversity within the society, and that our organization should acknowledge all of these groups so that they are able to join maybe our workforce. Now, as fourth, we have improving customer service. Because the majority of jobs include services or customer interaction. I'm not quite sure about the number, but if I remember correctly, you can check it by yourself. I think in the USA, recently it was that more than 75%, more than so more than 75% of jobs include some sort of a service or a customer interaction. So you can see that within the organizational behavior, maybe we have to train or motivate our employees to interact very well with our customers when it comes to services. As a fifth point, we have stimulating innovation and change. And this one I would like to highlight because I consider it personally as maybe the most important. Organizations must foster innovation and master the art of change, or they will become candidates for extinction. It's a really nice sentence, I have to say. So, we all quite well know that all the organizations around us have to innovate. They, or at least, should innovate to a quite fine extent, but the real necessity is that they have to be able to change. The economy within countries is changing quite rapidly, and as well society is changing very rapidly. Technology advances are coming out, and so that our company must be able to adjust to these and as well innovate by itself. Sixth, we have coping with temporariness, and I will put quotes here, temporariness. Well, organizations continually reorganize their divisions, sell off poorly performing businesses, downsize operations, or replace permanent employees with temporary workers. You see that all of the terms I have highlighted here are quite negative, but the truth is that it really happens. And if you ask some of the managers, I think quite many of them would respond that they sort of accept or understand the temporariness of their job position. Things can change. Company can maybe reorganize, sell off some business, downsize, or replace their positions. So quite a lot of people are working under this feeling of temporariness. So those were the 6 challenges and opportunities for organizational behavior.